This other block here, this one, almost cost me high blood pressure because I failed to follow my trading rule. What happened? It's simple. Now on the weekly time frame, I saw that price has just broken structure to the upside here. So when I see that, I understood that we have a valid low and we also have a valid high. I said, okay, let me go to the daily time frame to understand what the chart is doing. And then when I get to the daily time frame, I was able to spot this change of character. All right, that is the first break of structure. And then I also see another break of structure. That is the second break of structure to the same direction. Remember, guys, when we have at least two break of structure to one direction, our bias is towards that direction. All right, so in this case, we are bullish. So I decided to go to the 1 hour time frame, guys. So I went to the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to look out for a bullish order block. That is when I saw this guy. Exactly, this one here. This last bearish candle, this one. This is what the order block that I saw. Now, when I saw this order block, it was very, very clean. It has fair value gap, it has displacement. Okay, now I said, okay, I'm expecting price to what, come back to this order block, tap my order block, give me at least 1:3. All right, that is my expectation, guys. Now see what happened. See what happened. Price actually came. Now this is the first time price came to my order block here, this area. So once price came to this order block, I quickly go to the 5 minutes time frame so that I will understand what the market is doing. You understand? So I get to the 5 minutes time frame, guys. See what happened here. Now immediately I get to the 5 minutes time frame. This is where it began to become interesting. This is exactly where it began to become interesting, guys. So here on the 5 minutes time frame, I saw a break of structure. All right, to the upside. That is a change of character, this guy. So after I see this change of character, I said, okay, but this change of character is without what? A liquidity sweep. This change of character, it is without a liquidity sweep. So because it's without a liquidity sweep, I don't need to enter this trade. In fact, automatically the low of it will become what? A liquidity what? Sweep. This is it here. So I marked this low to become what? A liquidity sweep. And you can see that price actually respected that. Price came, swept it. Now that price has swept it, I expect price to now go up, break this high again, to give me a valid change of character, because a valid change of character must come with what? A liquidity sweep. All right, so this is exactly what I'm expecting, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Instead, what happened? Price continued to break down. You see, price continued to break down. So that tells me that price is not yet ready to move to the upside. Okay, price is not yet ready to do what? To move to the upside. So I said, okay, since price is not yet ready to move to the upside, now let me wait and watch. So I was watching. Immediately I saw this last break of structure to the downside. After this last break of structure to the downside, I quickly see a strong move that will do what? That broke structure to the upside, making it what? A valid change of character. Now in this case, this change of character has what? A liquidity sweep. This is liquidity sweep here, this guy. All right, and then after the liquidity sweep, it now has what? A valid change of character. All right, now that we have that, now I expect to say, okay, let me get another break of structure to the same direction so that my heart will be pleased. I will be happy, say, okay, now we are ready to move. All right, so I needed an extra confirmation, which is what? This break of structure, this guy here. All right, now when I saw this happen, I said, okay, automatically this low, the low that created that break of structure, will become what? An inducement, because I expect that price should come back, sweep everybody that have entered in that low of this change of this break of structure, sweep everybody there, tap maybe my other block, and what? Go my way. All right, that was what? My expectation. All right, so it is happening gradually. So when I saw that we have a liquidity sweep, we have a change of character, and we also have what? A break of structure. So I enter using what? My Fibonacci rule. All right, I place the Fibonacci on the low and on the break of structure. All right, so immediately the 20% area is what? My entry point. Okay, so I mark out my 20% area and what? I place my entry. So the thing here is, this is my trade. This is the trade here. I'm actually waiting for price to come, tap my entry. My stop loss will be below the low, and then I'll be taking trade around this area, and I'll be targeting 1:3, guys. This is what this is my plan. In fact, this was exactly my entry, guys. I entered this trade and I risk 2% of my account, because that is what I am comfortable in losing if it goes against me. All right, so when I took this trade, I said, okay, let's see how it plays out. This morning I saw that price has already come to my entry point, took me out, guys. This is exactly where it took me out. Here, this is the week that took me out. This is what nearly made me crazy, because I didn't know exactly why this happened. I was wondering, why will this happen? This is my strategy. I've been backtesting it. I've been trading it for so long, and I knew that I'm supposed to catch this trade. What happened? So when I was asking this question, what happened? I remember I said, okay, let me check my 1 hour order block, because definitely my 1 hour order block must be valid. If it's not valid, then that could lead to what? This kind of what? Entry. All right. So I go back to my 1 hour order block. Let's see what happened, guys. Let me delete this thing. Now this is what the order block. Now the rule is that price must not break below my order block and close with the full body. See what happened. See what happened. This is my order block. This was where price broke it with the body close. Body close, guys. Body close. That gives me, that is what the information, the chart is talking to me, guy. Once you see this happen, that trade is invalid. You should not take that trade. But I didn't check my 1 hour order block to see if it is still valid, guys, and I lost just 2% of my account. I'm really pained, because I understand what happened. I knew that if I had seen this earlier, I wouldn't have even risked to take this trade, because this trade is not even going to work out. Now you can see exactly what's happening. After price tapped my entry, take me out, it started going my way. All right, and at this point, it didn't even get to my take profit level. It has started what? Coming back, meaning that what? That invalidation point was very, very active. In fact, the chart was literally talking to me, say, guy, this trade is invalid. You don't need to take it. But I didn't see it, guys. That is why I'm very upset this morning. That is why I'm very upset. So you have to stick with all your trading rules. Do not fail one. One can cost you money, guys. So if this video actually become interesting for you, you understand and learn something from this video, guys, do well to share, like, subscribe to my channel, and comment. I always answer questions in the comment section. All right, send your comments. I'll look at it and answer your questions. Thank you very much for watching. I love you.